Hello, gentlemen. Once we cross the age of 50, many of us carry a quiet, unspoken insecurity. Am I still satisfying her? No one ever taught us how to understand female pleasure, not our parents, not our schools, and certainly not the movies we grew up watching. And the sad truth is, most men do not realize there is more than one type of orgasm. They think that just finishing the job is enough. But that mindset does not just hurt your partner, it slowly chips away at your confidence, your connection, and even your self-esteem. I am not here to judge. I am here to guide. After spending more than 2 decades working with older men and long-term couples, I can tell you this: once a man truly understands a woman's body, the entire relationship can shift into a whole new dimension. In this video, I am going to help you uncover something we should have learned a long time ago: the truth about female orgasms, the 6 most common types, and how to help her reach those heights naturally and with deep emotional connection. Before we begin, tell me where you are from, your state or your country, because I would love to know who I am sharing this journey with. And if you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe so you do not miss any of the practical insights coming your way. Now let us get started. An orgasm is not just a result. It is an entire journey, where the physical and emotional become one. And you are about to discover how that journey truly unfolds inside the female body. If you think an orgasm is just a few seconds of explosion and then it is over, you are missing a much bigger picture. Behind every moment of climax is an intricate and almost magical process that a woman's body goes through, not just emotional, but a perfect blend of biological and neurological responses. Pioneering researchers like Masters and Johnson uncovered this 4-stage model back in the 1960s, and even today, it remains the key to helping men truly understand what is happening inside a woman during intimacy. 1. The excitement phase, when the body starts tuning in. As soon as the right kind of stimulation begins, her body responds almost instantly. The heart rate increases, breathing becomes deeper, and blood rushes to the most sensitive areas, making everything feel fuller, warmer, and ready to receive. This is the body's gentle invitation: I am opening up. 2. The plateau phase, when everything intensifies. If you maintain the right rhythm, arousal continues to build. At this point, every touch, every breath, every glance carries weight. But take note, this is also the most delicate stage. Anything too rough, too fast, or too mechanical can instantly break the emotional connection. 3. The orgasm phase, the peak of connection and pleasure. Her body erupts, muscles contract in uncontrollable waves, her breathing quickens, and sometimes, emotions overflow through moans or even tears. 2 powerful hormones are released here: dopamine, which creates intense pleasure, and oxytocin, which deepens the feelings of love and connection. This is not just a moment of feeling good. It is a sacred experience that makes her feel deeply loved and completely safe. 4. The resolution phase, and sometimes, the beginning of the next. Unlike men, who often need rest, women, when properly nurtured, can be ready for another orgasm almost immediately. Gentleness, patience, and emotional attunement during this stage are the secrets to maintaining both physical and emotional connection. Once you understand each of these stages, you are no longer fumbling in the dark. You will know exactly when to pick up the pace, when to slow down, and when to simply hold her close, tight enough so she knows she is being loved in the deepest possible way. In the next part, I will help you recognize the 6 most common types of female orgasms, and how you can support her in reaching each one of them. Type 1. External pleasure, a gentle touch, a powerful stirring. There is a spot on a woman's body, no bigger than the tip of your finger, but it can send waves of pleasure through her entire being, if you know how to use it. Located just above the entrance, this tiny sensitive area contains over 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as any other part of the human body. And with the right touch, at the right moment, it can awaken a storm of emotion. But do not rush. Women do not respond well to force or lack of finesse. This is not the time to press a button and wait for results. Imagine you are tuning a delicate instrument. Just the slightest turn can make it sing. Use your hands, your lips, or both, with a steady rhythm, gentle circular motions, and always stay tuned to how she reacts. If she starts to arch her back, lean toward you, clench her hands, or let out a soft moan, congratulations. You are on the right track. But do not rush to the finish line, because for women, feeling safe and emotionally connected often matters more than the orgasm itself. This place is not an on-off switch. But if you are patient enough, it becomes a powerful bridge between the body and the heart, creating a bond deeper than words could ever express. Type 2. Deep internal pleasure, touching where she feels, not where she says. Not every woman has experienced this kind of orgasm. And some have, but did not even realize that was what it was. Because this is not the kind of pleasure that bursts out all at once. It is a slow, deep wave, rising quietly from within. There is a small area located about 1 to 1.5 inches inside the vaginal entrance. Along the upper wall, it feels soft, spongy, and incredibly sensitive. You may have heard it called the G-spot. While the name is still debated, the impact it creates is absolutely real. Women often describe the sensation here as a tidal wave building inside, not like any surface-level orgasm. It is deep, heavy, prolonged, and often tied to intense emotional release. The technique is simple, but not everyone has the patience to get it right. Use 2 fingers, slide them in gently, then curl them upward as if signaling, "Come here." Move slowly, steadily, and watch for every subtle reaction. If she starts to breathe faster, arch toward you, or let out involuntary sounds, you are awakening something deeply personal inside her. But do not force it. This kind of response only comes when she feels truly safe and at ease. Most women can only reach this type of orgasm when they feel deeply emotionally secure. Studies have shown that couples who take time to talk and gently explore this area tend to have more fulfilling sex lives, especially those who have been together for a long time. And the best part? This sensation is not just physical pleasure. It is connection, deep, lasting, and more powerful than words could ever express. Type 3. Rear pleasure, a forbidden zone or a new door. This is a type of response that few people talk about, not because it does not exist, but because it involves a part of the body often seen as off-limits. But when approached the right way, with full consent and emotional security, the rear area can open up a surprisingly powerful pleasure experience. So why is there pleasure here? The area around the anus and perineum is directly connected to the pelvic nerve network, the same system that governs sensation throughout the female sexual organs. When stimulated gently and indirectly, the sensations here are not just physical, they can ripple into emotional depth that feels incredibly real. But it is not easy to access. This is a part of the body that a woman can only open up to when she feels completely safe, fully respected, and absolutely unpressured. Any tension or hesitation, and her body will instinctively shut down. So, if you are curious about exploring this, start gently, from the outside. Always use lubricant, always listen, and above all, always seek enthusiastic consent. A study from the University of Michigan found that women over the age of 50, when exploring this area with their partners in a relaxed and trusting state, described it as a deep wave flowing through the entire body. However, this is not something that must be done. Not everyone enjoys it, and that is completely normal. This is not about skill. It is about personal choice. If both of you feel curious and ready, go ahead and try. If not, simply knowing that this type of pleasure exists is already a step forward in understanding her more deeply. Type 4. When you do not need to touch, down there, orgasms from the chest. Can you believe it? Some women are able to reach orgasm without ever being touched between the legs. It sounds unbelievable, but science has proven it true. The chest, especially the nipples, has a direct neural pathway to the brain's pleasure center. A study from Rutgers University found that nipple stimulation activates the same brain regions as genital touch. For some women, with the right tenderness, deep emotion, and sincere connection, that alone can lead to climax. So, how do you approach this? Slow, gentle, focused. Use your hands, your lips, your breath, paired with warm eye contact and soft, loving whispers. Do not treat this as a spot to be touched, but as a doorway to show care, reverence, and affection. When a woman feels genuinely loved, her chest becomes naturally more sensitive. And in that state, Just a few minutes of focused attention can make her body tremble, arch, or gasp from overwhelming sensations. Even if it does not lead to orgasm, what you create in that moment is something deeply meaningful: connection. What is truly remarkable is that this kind of response tends to become stronger in women over 50. Those who value emotional intimacy and heartfelt connection more than just physical technique. Type 5. Blended pleasure, when two sensations awaken together. Some forms of pleasure come from a single source. But when two sensitive areas are awakened at the same time, a woman's body does not just respond, it erupts. This is known as a blended orgasm, when external areas, like the surface-level pleasure point, and deep internal zones are stimulated together, gently, in harmony, and with the right rhythm. Why is it so powerful? Because the brain processes pleasure like a multi-layered control panel. When both areas send signals at once, they do not compete, they amplify each other. The result is an emotional wave that is intense, long-lasting, and spreads through the entire body. She may arch her back, breathe in sharp bursts, or tremble, not from pain, but because every nerve in her body is saying, all at once, I feel this. So, how do you make this happen? You do not need to juggle or multitask. Just pay attention. One hand can gently care for the outside, while your body or rhythm stimulates the inside. Keep it steady, keep it soft, never force anything, and do not forget her eyes, her hands, her ears, your gaze, your touch, your whispered words. Those seemingly small gestures are the key to making all the difference. A study in the Journal of Sexual Health found that couples who talked beforehand about trying this kind of dual stimulation reported up to 70% higher satisfaction. Remember, this is not about reaching some advanced level. It is a shared experience that requires listening, sensitivity, and full presence. If you are patient, and you place emotion before technique, she will remember that moment forever. More than just pleasure, this is true connection. If you have made it this far, I believe you have already realized something important. Understanding a woman's body and emotions does more than just improve your sex life. It deepens your love and makes your relationship stronger and more lasting. The 6 types of pleasure we have explored are not tricks or techniques to memorize. They are doors to listen, to connect, and to love in a way that she can truly feel. Because every woman is her own world. And the beautiful truth is this: you do not need to be perfect, you just need to be sincere. It is never too late to learn, to adjust, or to rekindle your connection, whether you have been together for 5 years, 20 years, or even longer. When you slow down, listen more, and love with your full presence, she will feel it. And her body will respond, not with words, but with trust and openness. If you found this video helpful, feel free to leave a comment. Just a simple hello is enough to let me know you are still with me on this journey. Click like and subscribe if you want to keep discovering more meaningful things, because sexuality has no age limit. And real love is always worth nurturing.